And hello, or welcome back, or welcome to Katawa Shoujo. We're about to go on the epic journey of Shizune's arc, or path. We just went through Rin's. But I think we will start it from the very beginning. And by very beginning, I mean actually in the when we're about to introduce ourselves with everyone. Because that's what. Oh, wait, I have the music. Um, we good? Yeah, because that's when I first played through this, we were going for Hanako, and then Lily, and then Emmy, and then Rin. So we chose all of the choices for Lily and Hanako's path first. So I think we will just start from the very beginning and work our way over to Shizune's path, arc, whatever you want to call it, and just choose all of her choices while we get there. So first off, what do you want to, or do you want to introduce yourself to the class? We're, I think, yeah, I think we already chose. I think this is already Shizune's path or choice already. So maybe we should go a little bit further ahead because it's a long game or it's a long visual novel. In the nursery, yeah. What would we choose for this one? Uh, we chose ask about the library. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna go move. So far on the story, we came here. Shizu and Misha sort of took us in under their wing, and they're telling us about the school and whatnot. And this is it. Let's ask about, or no, we're not asking about that. We're definitely not asking about that. Let's ask about, no, wait, we don't need to know. We have everything. I can't think of anything really. It's pretty loud. Let me just turn that down a little. Let me just turn that down a little bit more. Oh, oh, that means we have been good guys, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Eh, if you say so. Misha positively beams, and so does Shizune after a quick translation. I shake my head at their somewhat exaggerated enthusiasm and shift my focus on the food. Misha and Shizune side back and forth very animatedly, throwing sideways glances at me, but Misha refrains from translating. Maybe they're talking about secret girl stuff or something. Maybe it's Al. Maybe. I quickly notice a conversation inside is not enough to fill a silence. We arrive in the classroom early, but we're not the first. The dark-haired girl I noticed before is slumped over her desk at the last row. She jumps a little when Misha crashes into the room with the elegance of a rhino. She shrinks deeper into her seat. I can feel her tension all the way from here as if she's slowly turning into stone just from our presence. Misha and Suzune either don't notice or don't mind it, as they walk directly past her to their seats and begin to converse. I'm left wondering about her, even when the classroom slowly fills with other students and finally the teacher. Getting into the rhythm of school feels strange. It's as if my brain remembers how to get this done, remember how this is done, but my body doesn't. Towards the end of the class, I start yawning and counting the minutes left. I shouldn't be this tired on my first day of school. Maybe it's the long time spent in the hospital that made me like this. I've been feeling physically weak and lifeless. Before long, the final bell rings. School is finally over for the day. Beside me, Misha and Suzune are having a short conversation. After a bit of deliberation, Misha turns to me. Unfortunately, we can't stay and show you around today, Chan. We've got to hurry around already since there's a lot of work for us to do. You'll find your way around here, I'm sure of it. Wait, the teacher said I'd have to see the nurse. Where do I have to go? Is that so? We can at least show you that much. Come Come on, the nurse has their own building, so we have to go outside. We join the flow of students making their way down to the stairwell and outside, with the girls pointing out the other senior classrooms in the same hallway as ours. While we get outside, the girls make their way to the smaller building right next to the school. It's built in the same style, so it looks it's actually part of the main building. This is the auxiliary building here. There's a lot of official and important stuff inside, like the Yamaku Foundation office and the nurse's office. They even have a swimming pool. How's that official? Don't be silly, Chan. It's for physical therapy, of course. Anyway, all the nursing staff facilities are in there too. The head nurse's office is on the first floor. You'll be fine from here, right? We'll be going then. See you tomorrow. Yeah, thanks, bye. A whole building for stuff that has nothing to do with the actual education? I guess it's necessary for a place like this. I walk in hoping that this really will be only a quick visit like the teacher said. On a white door on the left is a green cross with the text head nurse and a nameplate. A voice from inside responds to my knock and almost immediately, but I can't quite make it out. It sounds a bit like an invitation to open the door, so I invite myself further in. The room is not large and it feels strange. A friendly-looking man turns around on his office chair to face me as I enter. His desk is neat and tidy, but the bin under the table is overflowing with used medical utensils, and there are at least a dozen coffee cups lingering on the desk. Hello there. What can I do for you today? He's young-looking and sort of rugged, but the dimples on his cheek wash that impression away when he smiles. Are you the nurse? He smiles like a person who has heard this very same question 100 times. Why, yes, I am. It says so on the door, no? You can call me by my name, or just the nurse, like everyone else. Of course, I shake off my confusion, realizing I probably should grab his extended hand. His handshake is rather firm and friendly. Right. I'm a new student, and my homeroom teacher told me to come and meet you. My name is Hisanakai. His eyes light up with revelation, and he snaps his fingers. Oh, you're that, Nikai. I was just reading your file in the morning. Some kind of chronic arrhythmia and related congenital heart muscle deficiency, right? He gestures me to sit down in the vacant armchair in front of the desk. Yeah. Good. Well, you'll probably be briefed about the school enough, so I'll just go over this quickly. We have all kinds of facilities available, most physical therapy and such. There's always someone from my staff around, even at night, so never hesitate to call us if there is a problem. Famous 24-hour nursing staff. Wow, this is like a hospital. Well, not exactly. For instance, we don't do brain surgery here. This joke feels so out of place that I'm left thinking why he even said it. Yeah, just that it's really weird to have so many medical people at the school. You'll get used to it. I'm not so sure that myself, but I don't let the nurse know it. No, let me just find your file here. Well, he searches for something. From his computer, he shuffles stacks of papers around. Let my gaze wander around the room. It's the epitome of generic, I like to say. Beige walls, the ceiling, and dark gray laminate flooring, and all the equipment you'd expect from a school nurse's office. Even the ridiculous educational posters are hanging on all four walls, reminding me to eat properly 3 times a day from all the food groups. Smiling, the nurse draws a thick file from a stack of similarly thick files and opens it. So you already have a medication for the arrhythmia. Just remember to take your pills every morning and evening, and it won't be much help. Apart from that, do you do any sports? Rash stuff like, I don't know, boxing? He grins to his own joke, but I don't. Well, I played soccer occasionally with some classmates. Alright, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to recommend you refrain from doing that, at least for the time being. Oh. My lack of reaction makes him raise an eyebrow, but really, I'm not too bothered by him forbidding me to kick a ball around. I guess I never did it out of burning passion for the sport, just to have something to do. Any kind of concussion might be very dangerous to your heart, and risking another attack is not a good idea. Was the previous one caused by a sudden concussion to the chest area? There's no mention of the cause in your papers. Not exactly. I sidestepped the question acceptably. He glances at me over his papers with a more serious expression on his face. Still, you need to keep your body healthy, so some exercise would do you good. We have physical therapy and such available, as I said, but I don't think you really need such heavy measures. Just get some light exercise regularly. Brisk walks, or even light jogging, jumping rope, or that sort of thing. Swimming, maybe. There's a pool here. It's like the second time they told us they have a pool in like the last few minutes, so I was told. You were? Very good. At any rate, I'm sure you've been told this before. You just need to take care of not to overexert yourself. He waves his finger to emphasize the point. No need, really. I've heard this 1,000 times already. Absolutely no unnecessary risk. Take care of yourself. Okay. He delivers his paper one more time and sets them on the desk, obviously content. You're good. That's it then. Come meet me if you need something. I mustered out before I even realized it. A quick visit indeed. I ended up standing in front of the main building and the auxiliary building, although to my eyes, they still look one at the same and the same. It's the first real look I get at the other students, so I watch people coming out of the school going towards the gate of the dorms. Everyone seems to know where they are going. I still keep thinking that most of them don't look too special for being students at a special school. Then again, neither do I. Does that make me one of them? One of us? I should go somewhere too, to prevent me from getting lost. It's around dinner time, but I feel tired instead of hungry. The weirdness in me only grows as I trudge towards the dorms, set a little ways apart from the main building complex. There's a garden of sorts between the school and the dorms, shrubbery, flowers, and that overbearing smell of fresh-cut grass that fills the atmosphere. It dawns on my tired mind that the smell feels novel, because I haven't been outside at all for so long. The dorm building is big and made of red brick, like the outside, not like the others. It feels way too pompous for what it is, so I push forward, going inside. It takes more time than necessary to fish out the key I was given from my pocket. Room 119. Despite the ornate exterior, inside of the dorm is fairly new, functional, and boring. Just like the main building, the halls and doors are wide to accommodate wheelchairs. The same goes for the elevators at the end of the hallway. I poke my head around the corner of the common room door. Inside, a few students are watching television. One nods and gives a quick hello before turning back to the TV. Seems like only girls around here are sociable. I suppose that's perfectly fine with me. I climb the stairs to the upper floor. Here's a small corridor branch off from the main hallway. Each of the minor halls seem to have toilet and shower, as well as 4 rooms. About halfway down the hall, I spy room 119, or 119. The nameplates of the room adjacent to mine are blank. I guess there are just 2 of us here. Light chimes from below the door of a room 117, so I knock lightly. Hello? Is anyone home? From inside I hear a few movements, then the click of way more locks than I thought these doors had. After a moment, the door squeaks open. A bespectacled boy is standing in the doorway. He's looking at me very intently through his extreme thick eyeglasses. Bespectacled hallmate. Who is it? Blind? No, at least not completely. Why would he have eyeglasses if he was? He leans closer to me until our noses are almost touching. His breath stinks of garlic. Sao Nikai. I'm moving into the next room. I thought I should introduce myself. His face suddenly brightens in realization as he stands back upright, thrusting his hands out in a smiling greeting almost straight to my diaphragm. Oh, sup, dude? My name's Kenji. Ah, hi. I take Kenzie's sweaty hand and shake it, still a little rattled by their sudden change of attitude and vehement welcome. There were some suspicious looking people going in and out of your room earlier. It was probably my parents. Your parents? You sure? Because it could have been some other people too. You can't judge a book by its cover. This out-of-place proverb is left hanging between us awkwardly as I try to think of some way to respond. I'd say the chances are high enough. He shudders and makes some exaggerated hand gestures. You're a brave man, Sal. Me? I don't think I could trust the chances. Don't even when I trust myself. Does that mean I shouldn't get to know you either? He thinks about this for a while. A wise decision. Damn, you're smarter than you look. Probably. What do you look like? Hope you're not smart. I hope not smart. What? I hope not smart. Okay, yeah. He squints his eyes and leans closer again, but I lean backward to dodge it. Never mind, it doesn't matter. With that, he turns, fumbles around for a moment in search for the door handle, and shuts the door behind him. I slide the key into the lock of the door marked 119. Bleak beige walls, white linen, and desk made of some type of light wood. Ugly curtains. It's no one's room. Impersonal, like my hospital room was. My bags are sitting at the foot of my door, looking a lot emptier than they did this morning. The closet is sitting open, stocked with my clothes. Also, it seems there's a number of school uniforms hanging in them as well. A note is pinned to the sleeve of one of the shirts. Hi, Chan. You've unpacked your things and made your bed. They said that if they don't fit, then you should go to the office tomorrow. If you have any problems, you can always call us. Love, Mom and Dad. Well, at least I don't have to worry about unpacking. I kind of hoped I would have, then there would be something to do. It's still too early. I put the note down on the desktop and lie down on the bed, feeling drained. Lying there makes me want to read something, but I have nothing with me. I wonder if the hospital conditioned me for wanting to read whatever I have nothing to do. The restless urge just keeps growing until I have to stand up. Maybe it's stress or something. I was pretty nervous about it before coming in for the entire day too. I still am, I think. Damn. I have to distract myself somehow, so I won't be as unnatural all the time. Tomorrow I'll go borrow some books from the library. Yeah, I'll do that. But for now, bottles of medication neatly arranged on my night table catch my eye. Pick up one and shake it just to hear the contents rattle inside. Then read the glued-on pharmacy label. Sanakai, 2 tablets daily to stay alive. It doesn't really say that, but it could just as well. It's kind of twisted having your life depend on chemicals like this. I resent it a little, but what choice do I have? With a sigh, I begin my new daily ritual of taking the right number of pills from each bottle, being careful to check the correct dosages. I lie down again, feeling hollow and uncertain, and after that, I keep staring at the blank and familiar ceiling for a long time. It doesn't start looking any more familiar, not even after darkness falls and long shadow draws across my room like fingers. The sheets feel slightly more comfortable, warm and nest-like against the chill that passes from room temperature here. Soon the lighter shade of darkness that is the ceiling looks like every ceiling does at night, and it becomes the only thing I recognize anymore. The night beckons me to sleep, and I feel the coldness of the unfamiliarity and fear creeping up my spine once again. I keep drifting further away from the world I knew. Oh boy. This is like sort of new to me. Like rediscovering something. Because it's been a while since I read through the first part of this visual novel. I wake up in a strange room. Solid morning light shimmers against the light gray ceiling. I had forgotten to draw the curtains closed last night. I? This is my room, isn't it? My room. This is the third room this year that I was supposed to call mine. Various things around here remind me that indeed it's me who is supposed to be the one living here. My bags on the floor, my new school books on the desk, my numerous medications on the night table. I stared at the bottle for a moment, deliberating, until I opened a bottle, shake out a pill, and pop out a tablet from a foil sheet. I downed them with a chaser of water without thinking about the chemistry. My uniforms are in the closet. I slink out from under the sheets and stretch my back before dressing up. Putting on a new school uniform feels like dressing in someone else's clothes. The artificial smell of generic detergent fades to my nose, but the feeling of fresh cloth against my back is a good one, a natural one. It feels like a school uniform as it should. It's not much different from what I used to wear before. That goes for other things too. So far, this place seems more or less likely, or like a normal school, except for the people. I think back to my talk with Kenji yesterday, Misha's constant laughter, and Shizune's sweeping sign language gestures. Well, I've only met 3 students so far, so maybe they aren't that normal. I'm sure others are. Or perhaps people like them are what passes for normal around here. Yeah, what does pass for normal around here? What do people do? I didn't see a lot of kids hanging around after classes yesterday, so maybe there are clubs. If so, I wonder if I should join one. All through the classes, the question remains in my mind, so I decided to ask Shizune about it when we split into the groups. After all, she did say if I had anything I wanted to know, I should ask her. She crosses her arms and shifts her gaze slowly to Misha, who looks more preoccupied with trying to grind the eraser of her pencil down so that the top is perfectly and evenly flat. Ha ha ha. Sorry, Shichan. Is there something you wanted from me? Oh, I see. That's a good question. Good question, Shichan. My first thought is that she doesn't know, which is worrying. Maybe I'm being too negative. Well, anyway, Misha, please don't prove me wrong, or prove me right. Oh, that's right. Everyone is encouraged to join a club. A lot of people do so because there isn't really anything else to do. There's also a school event like a festival coming up in a few days. Almost every student in the school tends to help out with it, doing whatever. So, you actually transferred in a busy time. Maybe you can help out too. Sure. What's the festival about? Misha freezes. Wahaha. I don't know. Chan, the truth is it's a local event. I'm not from this area, so she starts signing desperately to June, asking her to bail her out. Shizune adjusts her glasses at the end of an oddly grandiose flourish and starts signing hard and heavy. Huh? Oh, who cares? Misha puffs out her chest as she shouts Shizune's words out at me with a disproportionate amount of pride. It's too loud. I can see heads turning to look in her direction. Not so loud. Human beings evolve with each new generation. The ideals and beliefs behind a festival with inevitable change with time. Now it's about delicious fried food and amusing little games that you play to win prizes. The teacher clears his throat very loudly, battling his long wooden pointer against his other palm like a baton. He shoots a pointed gaze at us. Finally noticing where we are, Misha stifles a yelp and quickly quiets down. Shizune doesn't seem embarrassed at all, though brushing it off without a care. Yeah, we're in the middle of class and should start working. That's right, Chichan. What? That's right, Chan. You asking because you're interested in joining a club? It could have been my eyes playing tricks on me, but I think I saw a suspicious glance exchange between them. Misha's tone has also changed, although it does that every other word anyway. Yeah, I was thinking about it. Misha and Shizun look at each other again. I'm about to ask what they have in mind when something dark flutters in my peripheral vision, catching my attention. Out of the corner of my eye, I see the girl with long, dark hair get up from her desk and slip silently towards the door. It didn't seem like she was working in a group, and no one seemed to notice her but me. I glanced at the teacher, who was also looking at the dark-haired girl go, "Why doesn't he say anything?" "Chad, is something wrong?" Do I look as uneasy as I feel? Or was Misha just looking at me, looking at the girl, who left? "No, nothing." "Okay. Well, like we were asking, you don't have any plans for lunch today, do you?" I thought I would go to the library and pick up some books. Not really. "Do you want to have lunch together then?" "Sure." "Yay, wahaha, okay, Chad, perfect." Yay. The rest of the class passes uneventfully. The girl with long hair never came back. Before I have time to put any more thought into where she could have gone, the teacher informs us that it's time to stop working. Shizune looks more a little than a little annoyed that we only just barely managed to finish all of our work on time. I'm just glad we finished it all. It's not a contest or anything. "Yes, it is, Chan." "Impossible." "Really?" "Really. I noticed this before, but it's kind of funny how Misha is always moving her hands and signing not only everything she says, but what anyone else is saying at any given time. Obviously, it must be so Sejun can understand it." Her eyes dart back and forth between Misha's hands and mine, and me. I don't know who I'm supposed to be looking at. I'm talking to Misha, but that might be wrong. Maybe I should face Sejun. I'm used to looking in the direction of the person whose voice I'm hearing, but really, Sejun can't hear me, but it'd be disrespectful to talk to her only through Misha. Then again, isn't that what she's doing? No, she's at least looking at me. This is all very confusing and will take some time to get used to. It's not a contest, because contests are competitions over a prize. If there's no prize on the line, it's not really a contest. Shujun's eyes flash dangerously with a competitive glare. She stares at me as if surprised that I'm challenging her. I think maybe this is a contest to her. I've never noticed before how dark and blue her eyes are. It's truly an alluring gaze. "Are you sure, Chan?" "Very sure." "Ha ha ha, you're wrong, Chan, because I don't want to be the slowest one in the class. Therefore, what's on the line is my confidence in my ability, and the prize is the satisfaction of proving them." "Waha!" Shujun pushes her glasses up at the bridge of her nose in a very matter-of-fact way. I'd argue more, but the bell rings, and she quickly gets up and picks up her bag, looking at me expectantly. I'd almost forgotten that I was supposed to have lunch with them. "Alright. Where do you want to eat?" "Cafeteria?" "Haha, that's so plain. Okay, let's go." "Plain? Well, I guess. In my old school, I liked to eat outside near the back of the building. It was a good spot, but I didn't find it until near the end of the freshman year. I wonder if there is a similar place here. Misha seems to imply as much." Shizune and Misha pull me towards the cafeteria, which is surprisingly not packed. Maybe some students favor eating in the classroom or outside. I saw some of my classmates had box lunches. After we finished eating, Misha picks up where we left off earlier. "So, Chan, you wanted to know about clubs and stuff, right? Right?" "Right, Chan. Okay, I guess it makes sense to ask first." Exchanging little nods of confirmation, they turn to face me again, and Misha straightens her posture as if she's about to deliver a speech. "Chan, do you have anything you're really interested in?" "I used to play soccer, but I'm not really into it. I don't follow the teams of players or anything like that. As of late, I usually just read a lot." There's a book club, right, in Chan? Sorry, but it seems like they have all the members they can possibly have right now. Sorry, Chan. It's a really popular club." "Ah, okay, but more to the point, Chan. Does this mean that you don't have anything already in mind?" "Not really." "Good, great. That's great, Chan. Really great. Ha ha ha, wah ha 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 ha." "Why is it so great?" "No reason." "Well, Chan, other than clubs and the upcoming festival, there's one other thing. Student council." "I see. I didn't know the school had a student council." That was a very melodramatic setup, though, just to tell me that. I'm pretty sure the two of them know this because Shizune looks a little embarrassed about it, and Misha is laughing. Shizune quickly retakes control of the discussion in the matter of speaking. After all, it's still Misha who has the voice of whatever she says. Ha ha ha, right. Chan, maybe you should join the student council. They could use more people. Yes, definitely. You should definitely join. Why? Well, for one, we can hang out every day, Chan. Shichan and I are both in the student council. Actually, Shichan is the president. Oh wait, what did that say? I'm starting to get the suspicion that Shizune and Misha might not exactly be the most unbiased people to talk about this with. As if reading my mind, Shizune quickly adjusts her glasses and signs something to Misha. Ha ha ha, of course we're not trying to get you to join just because we would obviously benefit from you joining the student council, and therefore have an incentive to try and get you to... So you're admitting that. Ha ha ha, no, we admitted nothing. I mean, Chan, of course it would be nice if you joined, and we'd appreciate it. But even without all that, joining the student council shows a healthy interest in the working of one school. Yep, it's true, Chan. Besides, don't you want to spend time with us after school, Chan? I can't tell if she's being genuine, or this is really just good acting. Both of them seem to be trying hard to look their cutest, although they are already pretty cute to begin with. Well, so it's settled then. Welcome to the student council, Chan. What? No. Aw, see, Chan. Of course it wouldn't work. It wouldn't go so easily. Yep, that's right. It would be boring if it went so that smoothly. Oh well. Chan owes me a caddy now. You were betting on it? Hey, life is not a game here. Shizune seems very intrigued by this when Misha signs it to her. Then the aggressive glint returned to her eyes. Wahaha, that's interesting, Chan. Let's play a game. That's not what I said. How about rich man, poor man, Chan? If you lose, you have to join the student council. No, absolutely not. Aw, why not? Well, because you two both have the same incentive, and therefore the same goal, which is to get me to join the student council, right? Yep. Yeah, that is my goal. But what this means is that both of you can team up and I'll be at a clear disadvantage. So, I'll have to decline. Hey, Chan, I'm very offended. Are you saying that you don't trust us and that we would pull some sort of that makes me sad. Sorry? It's hard to tell where Shizune's influence ends when Misha's thoughts begin. In order to atone for hurting a young girl's feelings, you should definitely join the student council. No! How about a game of paper football with instead of Rich Man Poor Man? Paper football? Yeah, it's a game where they play in America. You play a paper triangle and then you try to shoot to the goalpost that the other player makes with their fingers. Isn't it cool? It's the ultimate form of competition between two people, Chan. It's also played by elementary and middle school children, Chan. Wahaha. That means it's a game that really separates the boys from the men. More like boys from the slightly older boys. Anyway, I'm not going to play that either. Just the fact that you know about it means that you're probably surprisingly good at it. Ha ha ha. Yeah, that's true. How did you know, Chan? Shizune frowns at Misha, telling me that she probably wasn't supposed to admit that so readily. I wouldn't say that I'm happy with their attempts to get me into the student council, but I'm a little curious about the student council, what the student council is here. I've never been on one before, or even known anybody who was a member, so it interests me. I'm also kind of like Shizune and Misha, so maybe it wouldn't be so bad. Alright, yeah, I kind of like Shizune and Misha. Okay, Chan, how about Risk? The game of world domination. I don't know what that is. It's really fun, Chan. You fight to control the world with armies and everything. Sounds like Shizune would be good at it. If you want to play, we can after school. Ah, really, Chan? We could just play for fun. Hey, Chan hasn't played in a long time, so if you want to, there are no strings attached. Well, okay. Okay, perfect. We'll see you after school in the student council room then, Chan. Wait, why there? Because that's where we keep the game. Wah ha 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 ha. I grimaced to tell how much I do not like this, but it's more to show for show than anything. So in the end, I agree, but only after getting Shizune to acknowledge that I don't mean anything concrete, just fact checking, just to take a look around and play a game with her. Lunch ends and we go back to class. Oh, alright. During afternoon classes, the long-haired girl comes back and sits down in her seat without a word. Again, no one seems to notice, or if they do, no one says anything. I want to ask Misha about it, but I don't want to be nosy. After school, Shizune and Misha quickly find me in the first floor lobby and latch onto me, covering each flank in case I might try to escape. I feel a little offended, but I've been considering it. Nevertheless, I'm a bit disturbed that enough people have made a break for it in the past that they're on their guard. What's with the escort? This doesn't make me feel very comfortable. In fact, it makes me feel like a dangerous prisoner being transported to a cell. Wahahaha, what's wrong, Chan? That's right, we're just going to play a game of Risk, remember? I don't know, Misha. This all seemed a little sinister to me. I start thinking that when we sit down to play a game, they'll tie me down and torture me until I agree to join the student council. Not entirely unlikely, but still, for some reason it just seemed like it would be so plausible. Getting to the student council room is as simple as turning 2 corners from where we started. What? That's it? This makes me feel like, this makes you guys being so on top of it me seems a little silly. That's not Shuya-chan. Shuya-chan says when their life is threatened, people have shown the capability to pull off superhuman bursts of speed. Life is threatened? Her expression unchanging, Misha signs something mutely to Shizune, who makes a baffling face and puts her hands behind her back, looking pleased with herself. Misha feigns deafness and hums clearly. Stop. Stop that. I know you heard me. What? You have no excuse, don't like Shizune. Shizune opens the door to student council room. Very plain, sparsely decorated room. Oh, it's quite large, maybe even a little larger than the classroom. I think I'll end it here. So I hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you guys next time when we play a Risk. The Risk. Yep.